Hi everyone, I am back again with another product review. Today I want to review the Wolf Gourmet Countertop Oven, and I normally don't keep it here in this space. I have it over in the corner of my kitchen, but for lighting purposes I moved it over so that we can go over the Wolf Gourmet Countertop Oven as well as prepare a small meal. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so the Wolf brand is known for their countertops. They make ovens, they make other appliances, and I learned about them many years ago, but one thing I always associate the Wolf brand with is the red knobs. And they have been around for a long time, but when I buy anything, I always go online and I do my research, and I also look at the reviews because that can tell you a lot about the product. And so I decided to go with this Wolf Gourmet Countertop Oven. I'll make sure that I leave a link below to where I purchased it from. Like I said, Williams in Sonoma. And I know my sister is going to click on the link and she's going to call me and she's going to say, I know you didn't pay that much for this countertop oven. And the answer is no, I didn't. I had a lot of gift certificates that I was saving up, and I also had a lot of points, so I was able to buy down this countertop oven that way. But let's go ahead and let's get started, and I'll show you some of the features and also what came with the countertop oven. Okay, so you have your basic user and care guide, which just pretty much tells you about the gourmet oven, how to use it, the different modes, how to clean it, the troubleshooting. And one thing that I always do is I register my product, and you can do it over the phone or online. I did it online. It also comes with this technique, recipe and more countertop oven book, and basically what this book is doing is telling you about each mode of the countertop oven, as well as providing you with some recipes to use on that mode. So let's go over some of the features of the countertop oven. Okay, so first we'll start with the convection feature. You can use this feature, the convection oven. All you have to do is press the button, and it does suggest that you either reduce your cooking time by 25% or you reduce the temperature by 25%. You also have a probe function. So what you would do is you would, here is the probe right here. So what you would do is you would stick the end of the probe in this slot right here, and you would stick this end of the probe in whatever meat that you're cooking, and you set it for what degree you need your meat at, and you set the cooking time, and it'll let you know when it has reached that particular degree, which is definitely a good function. And you just close the door and you just press start, so you don't have to keep going back checking the meat time and time again. You can just use that feature. The start and stop button here, and it has 6 different modes. We have the proof mode, so if you're cooking bread, you can proof your breads in here. You have the warm mode, the roast, the bake, the broil, and the toast, and then you can put the temperature or the darkness of your toast here. And this is basically how long you need it to cook. So those are definitely some great features of this to me. I've used the bake, the broil, the toast, the roast, and the warm. I haven't used the proof mode yet because I have a bread machine that I use for all my breads, and it pretty much does everything in one. Okay, so let's look at the inside here. I'm trying to get all inside because to me, I think it's pretty spacious inside for a countertop oven. And so what comes with it is you get the drip pan or the crumb tray all the way down here at the bottom. You also get an oven rack right here, and you're able to adjust the racks. Here are the different grooves you can adjust those racks in. And then right here you have the convection function feature. This is the fan for your convection feature. You get the baking tray right here, and then you also get the broil rack. So there is, to me, a lot of space in here. And so one of the features that I really love about this countertop oven is how quick it takes to preheat. A lot of evenings when I get here, I just want to make something really quick if it's nothing already done. And so I like the fact that it preheats very quickly. So all you have to do, and this is what I do, I come home, I put my keys down, and I wash my hands. And the first thing I do is you just press this start button, and it'll automatically set to 350 degrees. And then you have your timer down at the bottom. Now you don't have to set that yet. So what I do is I go ahead and try to get everything preheated. So right here you can either bake, you can turn it to roast. This is where you turn it to your features. And as you see, it changes temperatures as I change the different modes. And so what we're doing today is we are what are we doing? We are baking. We're baking fish today. So I'll turn it back to bake. And then this top knob, that's bake, you take this knob and you turn it to whatever temperature you need. And I want it on 375. I'll bake it today at 375. So I'm just going to turn this to the right. You can hold it long, or you can do it one by one. And then I just press start, and it begins. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to time how long it takes to get to 350. So it took approximately 8 minutes and 41 seconds, and I think that's enough time to go ahead and prep and get everything ready for the countertop oven. Okay, so I said we were baking fish today, and I wanted to share with you how I prepare a really quick meal. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to brush the fish with olive oil, and it could be any type of fish. It just depends on what you like here. And as far as the cooking time, it just depends on how thick the fish is. But I have my fish here, and I'm going to brush it with the olive oil and some of the seasonings, my go-to seasonings that I always use. This is called Slap Your Mama. It is a good seasoning, and it has like a little heat to it, not a lot. I use this a lot on my fish. If you don't have that, you can also use Old Bay. That's really good. And I always use garlic powder, black pepper, and onion. Now, I don't use salt when I use Slap Your Mama because it has enough salt in it. And so I'm just going to brush everything on one side and season it on one side. And I am going to put it in the in our countertop oven. Okay, so I have all the fish seasoned up, and brushing the fish with the olive oil helps the seasoning to stick really nice. And another reason why I love this countertop oven is because my youngest daughter is allergic to seafood. So if I want to bake her some chicken or something like that in the main oven, I can do that and still bake myself and my husband some fish at the same time, and we don't have to wait for one thing to get done. We can just do everything at once and be able to eat together. So all I am going to do now is put this in the countertop oven. Now what I do, this fish is not very thick, so what I'm going to do is set the timer for 15 minutes, so that'll remind me to come and check it, and then I can make an assessment then as to whether I need to cook it a little bit longer. Now while my fish is cooking, I'm going to make this tomato sauce to just kind of put a little bit on top of the fish once it comes out. And I got this recipe. I am known for remixing a recipe, doctoring a recipe up. But when we stayed in Italy, they would make this flavorful sauce just out of fresh tomatoes and a little bit of olive oil and some nice Italian seasoning, and they would just kind of take maybe like a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons and drizzle it over the fish, and it was so good. So I don't have any fresh tomatoes today, so I am improvising. I have some the diced tomatoes, I have some basil, oregano, fennel, and capers, and all I'm going to do is here's where my remix comes in. I am going to saute some onions and garlic right here in this pot, and then I'm going to add my tomatoes, and then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of capers, a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of oregano, and I'm just going to let it simmer. And so by that time the fish will be done, and you just take maybe like 2 or 3 tablespoons and nicely put some on top, and it is really good. And also while this is simmering, I'm going to cut up some zucchini and some squash, onions and garlic, saute that, and literally it takes no time, and you have a full meal during the weekday that is very light but very flavorful. So I'll make this and I'll come back when everything is done. Okay, so I wanted to come back and show you a quick progress of our fish. Okay, so once the timer is done, it definitely will go off alerting you just in case you are not around. So I'm just going to open the door really quick, and I think the fish is doing very good. I hope you guys can see that. And I'll turn around. I'll probably give it maybe like 3 more minutes, but I'll turn around and show you the sauce that I've been making here. So here is my sauce that I have simmering, and as you see, it definitely reminds you. So I cut this down on low. It is simmering, and I'll give the fish about 3 to 5 more minutes. And then while I'm doing that, really quickly, I have some squash, zucchini, onions, garlic, and it's a gourmet mushroom blend with cremini, shiitake, and oyster mushroom. So I'm going to go ahead and saute that in my pan, and then just get everything prepared. And it literally took me about 35 to 40 minutes, and that's kind of within the filming. So this is definitely a short and quick meal to make on the weekend that is light. So I'm going to go ahead and saute my vegetables, and then we'll put everything together. Okay, so our fish is ready. I'm going to take that out and put it in my container. It looks good, and all I do is I come over here and I will press the stop button, and it's off, and it'll definitely let you know it's off. And that's pretty much it as far as the countertop oven goes. So let me go ahead and plate up, and then I'll show you everything in just a minute. Okay, so here is our mixed vegetables sauteed, and here is our fish with the tomato sauce. And like I said, I just took like a tablespoon and just kind of put it on each of the fish, but it is really good and it is really flavorful. And if I wanted to, remember, one of the functions on the countertop oven was warm. So if I really wanted to, I could go ahead and take these dishes. These are like our everyday dishes that I prepare our meals in, and I could put this in the countertop oven and put it on warm until everybody was ready to eat. Okay, so overall, I love my countertop oven, the Wolf Gourmet Countertop. I really think it was a awesome investment for me because I find myself using it quite a bit when I get home in the evening. And one thing that I will also be able to do this year or this holiday season is I will be able to make more things at once. For example, during the holidays, I can cook my cakes and my pies in this countertop oven while cooking my main entrees in the regular oven on the stove top because it can accommodate that. And like I said, I use it in the evening when I come home. Like that meal that I just prepared, if you prep, you could literally have a meal on the table in about 30 minutes. And that means a lot for me because time is definitely something that I don't get a lot of here. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I definitely love this countertop oven. And also, like I said, I'll link it below. You can go online and you can look at the reviews. And if you're in the market for one, you can make that decision based on the reviews, because that's what I did and I really do like it. So I hope this video was able to help you make a decision just in case you are in the market for a countertop oven. Like I said, I really am pleased with mine and I do use it, I would say, at least about 3 to 4 days out of the week. And it definitely has helped me, and I am really gonna push it to the limits this holidays as far as baking my cakes and pies, and we'll see how that works. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're not a subscriber, we would love to have you as a subscriber. So make sure you tap that bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a video. I hope this video was able to help you make a decision if you're in the market for a countertop oven. And also, this would make a great birthday gift or a great Christmas gift. And again, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.